Hi, I'm Todd Blackstock, and welcome to a special edition of Inside Sports for STL TV. Well, joining me is Angela Sharp, and we're at the 2018 Winter Warm-Up in downtown St. Louis at the Hyatt, and there's thousands of people here, and it's quite a show, Angela.
It's pretty exciting. You can tell St. Louis baseball fans are ready already this early for baseball. Baseball's a few months away, but they're already here. They're ready to meet their favorite player, get autographs, pick up some Cardinals gear for the season. There's been live auction, silent auction, performance paintings. All of that is going on right here at the Winter Warm-Up. And most importantly, the money raised goes to Cardinals Care.
Fredbird's here. There's a lot of regular Cardinal players, former Cardinal players, coaches, and a media frenzy out here today.
Well, you know what? That's what people don't really understand is for the media, this is some of them their first opportunity to meet some of these new players, the players that we just picked up and the ones that might play up here that weren't up here all season long. This is the first time for the media to meet them and kind of get a feel of what that's going to be like.
All right, right now we're going to step inside and go inside the action right here on STL TV. The Mad Hungarian Al Raboski and President of Baseball Operations John Mozeliak were encouraged by the masses of Cardinals fans in attendance this weekend.
This is amazing. Just think about it. This weekend we're going to probably raise between like $650 to $800,000, and that'll buy you a backup catcher and maybe a pinch hitter.
No, Al, this is for charity. All these dollars go to help people and help our city. So
you guys do make a difference when the players are out on that field and realize how hot it is and how tough it is. The energy that you provide them is really what's made a difference maker and why the Cardinals have the most successful team in the National League all time. So thank you, John.
You guys are awesome, and
Appreciate
thank you.
Hey, we're having a lot of fun here at the Winter Warm-Up. You know, Cardinals fans have been talking, what is exciting this offseason? Ozuna. You can see his jerseys for sale behind me. $100 for his jersey. His autograph pass, also $100. So a lot of fun here. He'll be here tomorrow, hanging out here at the Cardinals Winter Warm-Up.
Effort.
What do you see out here today that's really exciting?
All the stuff, and like not only just baseball, but everything that goes around in St. Louis.
Think about all these people here. Can you describe, how many people are here and what the crowd's like today?
Crazy.
Crazy?
All right, how are sales going out here?
Brisk as it is outside. It's wonderful.
That's great. What's the most popular selling item?
Ladies' vests and men's down coats.
Oh, yeah. Because it's a little chilly.
It's a lot chilly. Yeah.
So everybody's gearing up on their winter's Cardinals gear so they can support pre-season.
You got that right. They're getting ready to get ready for a hot season this year. So we got some new players coming on board, and it'll be good.
And we're standing out for the Arteaga photo display, and the Arteaga family is one of the most famous sports photography family in the Missouri area, probably in the country, with some of the great things they've got.
Yes, absolutely, and Brad and Eldon are great people, so we were business associates and also friends. So,
the Arteagas started out, Robert Arteaga, he was the most famous photographer in like the 1950s and 60s. Before that even, he was the personal photographer for Charles Lindbergh. He was a photographer, the Richard Nixon and the United States of America. They anointed the Arteaga family to display the arch, and they documented all the arch coming up, the whole Jefferson National Memorial Expansion Park there. And tell us a little bit about the Arteaga family and why they're so special here in St. Louis.
Just that in the heyday of the Cardinals, really going back to the 30s, really the Gas House Gang, etc., they took some incredible photos, which they still have the negatives of, that are one of a kind. And I'm fortunate enough a lot of times for my customers to obtain prints from those, which are first generation. And they're great people, and the stuff that they have is priceless. That is true memorabilia, bringing back the great memories of the Cardinals.
You know, another neat thing about the Arteaga family is their photos are displayed in the Cardinals magazine, you know, every so often from time to time. So they've really been a big part of St. Louis baseball history, and not only the St. Louis Cardinals, but the St. Louis Browns as well.
And Todd, also, this is kind of cool. They gave me these. They made up special. They're a tribute to the 1967 World Series champs, and it's actually a 2007 calendar, and they were thought to be no longer in existence, and we find a stash of them. So we've got them here, and we're making them available to Cardinal fans. So pretty cool stuff.
All right, thanks a lot. Stay warm.
Stop! We're back. We're in code. Sorry. All right. You know what? I've found these guys a couple times before. Red jacket guys?
STL Red Coats.
STL Red Coats. What presents you to come out dressed up, especially for winter warm-up? This is preseason here.
Dressed up, just casual leisure Saturday stroll for us. I mean, that's basically it.
Have you guys been taking a lot of photos with people, or?
There's been a few, yeah. We enjoy it because this is Cardinal Nation. So we're all just here hanging out, having a blast. So, yeah, there's been a few photos.
So are you guys trying to become like the towel guy, like the Cardinal Cowboy? You're trying to get in that group of people, are you?
No, we're just doing our own thing.
Don't lie. That's what you're doing, isn't it?
No, I wouldn't say that for sure. We like to bring attention to ourselves just because we also, in our spare time when we're not out doing this, we also collect coats and donate coats to the less fortunate. So it is a segue for us to say, hey, by the way, if you're taking a picture with us, this is what we do. We would like some, if you got a coat to donate, we would like it. And it's gone up. Our numbers have gone up the last 2 years. So this year we.
I love this. So I've interviewed you guys like probably 3 times. First I've heard of this. How can someone donate a coat to you guys?
The easiest way would be to contact us on Facebook or Twitter and just let us know you have some. We can make arrangements to pick them up, and that's basically how we do it right now.
I love it. Can I get a Go Cards in 3, 2, 1?
Go Cards! You're watching STL TV.
Hi, how you doing today?
Good.
What's your name?
Cole.
Hi, Cole. I'm Todd with STL TV's Inside Sports, and we saw you really ripping the ball. Where did you learn to hit like that?
I've been playing ever since I've been in T-ball.
Really? And how old are you?
I'm 10.
10? How long you been playing?
Ever since I was 4.
No kidding. That's fantastic. So, who's your favorite baseball team?
St. Louis Cardinals.
And what are you doing out here today at the Winter Warm-Up? What are some of the fun things that you get to do while you're out here?
Meet the players.
Yeah? Which players have you got to meet?
Carson Kelly.
No kidding. So, is there a lot of people out here today?
Yes.
Yeah, how many people you think are out here?
Over 10,000 probably.
No kidding. So, how do you plan on spending this summer?
Probably working more on baseball to get ready for next season.
All right, thanks a lot, buddy. Good job.
Thank you.
Tens of thousands of fans are using escalators to travel smoothly through the several floors of the winter warm-up activities at the Hyatt Hotel in downtown St. Louis. Hey, and Angela, this is quite a show.
I mean, it's so much fun. You can tell people are excited already for baseball season. Baseball season is obviously a couple months away, but they're here.
Ayla, very nice to meet you. Oh, you've got a lot of people on this. This is perfect.
Cards ace pitcher Carlos Martinez enjoyed signing autographs while Colton Wong made the radio circuit.
And Brian, who are you waiting in line to meet?
We're waiting for Carlos Martinez right now.
This is a very long line for Carlos. Why do you think he's so popular today?
He's probably one of the more popular players. Gives back to the community. Awesome player.
And that's why you like it?
Definitely.
Now, you only have very short time when you get up there to get something signed. What are you going to tell him when you're up there?
Just welcome. Yeah, just say thank you for being a Cardinal. Really, that's it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Have you ever been behind the scenes of a TV set? Well, this green screen puts up images on the set that appear to be in real life. Well, Angela, looks like we're real life broadcasters now.
Hey, you know what? It was so exciting to sit there and get to be a broadcaster. It really was. Actually, in all seriousness, it's usually a bunch of kids who get to sit here and pretend to be a broadcaster, and you never know. One of these kids who took this photo might maybe in 20 years be a broadcaster for the St. Louis Cardinals.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a broadcaster for the St. Louis Cardinals.
All right, pick me. I want to be a broadcaster for the St. Louis Blues.
Hey, we can do that. Fox Sports Midwest, if you're watching, we want to be broadcasters.
Right, and one of the great things about the Winter Warm-Up 2018, actually every year, is that it's heavy Cardinals. I mean, it's obviously a Cardinals weekend, but there's the other sports in town as well. You got the St. Louis Blues, a lot of paraphernalia and things like that as well.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people just wandering around with their blue shirts on, which is kind of fun since this is a bye week for the St. Louis Blues. But you still hear a little "Let's Go Blues" here, which is really nice. The big One Nation. Cardinals support the Blues support the Cardinals, and the fans, they really cross over.
It's awesome. There's tons of people here. Let's go run around and have some more fun.
Let's go meet them.
Former Cardinal All-Star and World Champion Jim Edmonds was on hand discussing his options after baseball.
I've never seen a guy that picks up on the little nuances of the game, which I really enjoy. That's what, to me, makes baseball so fun. And so last year, and I'm not going to say who the pitcher was or the team, but Jimmy says to me in a commercial break, he said, "I know every pitch this guy's throwing." And I said, "No, you don't." And he said, "Yeah, I do. I can see it. He's tipping this. This is why he's tipping it." And I said, "Okay, this inning, you may not remember this." I said, "These first two batters, just tell me what's coming right before he's throwing it." So this would be a fastball, here's a changeup, here's a curveball, here's a slider. And every pitch Jimmy got. So you're amazing at picking up little things of the game, which leads me to wonder, would you rather be coaching or are you enjoying the time in the booth and what you're doing there?
I'm enjoying the time in the booth, learning the game from you at a different angle. I just think that it's nice to be able to bring another angle and another aspect that maybe someone wouldn't have thought about.
What do you think of the addition of Ozuna and how it changes the lineup for the club this year?
Oh, I think it's a great addition. I think that, we all know that there's a little piece missing. There's always a little piece missing. And whether you can get over the hump with just that team that you had, or you fall a little bit short, there's always more that's needed. It's never enough in this game. It's like you can never have enough money to spend on players. You can never have enough players. So I think getting another bat in a lineup like that, a guy who's a force, like a Matt Holliday, like an Albert Pujols, obviously go back to McGuire, but it just changed the dynamic. You always have to know that he's coming up to the plate. The more of those guys you can get in the lineup, I think the better. I think that it'd be nice if, hopefully one of the guys on the team, on the roster now, steps up. And a guy like Colton Long last year did a great job with adjustments, and we spoke about during the course of the season. He turns into the player that he started to become last year. That's another big addition that, not always going to be the power threat, but there's that guy that you don't want to face in a big situation. So the more of those guys you can get out there at the same time, I think the tougher it is on the opposing pitcher.
Lots of kids celebrated their favorite team by getting their faces painted. One of the many highlights was artist Stephen Walden's secret painting done live of the greatest Cardinal of them all.
This is known as speed painting. 8 minutes or less. coming together. He works well under pressure, what'd you say? Wow! Well done, my friend. None other than the Hall of Famer, Stan Musial.
We're here at Winter Warm-Up. We have Stephen Walden with us, friend of STL TV. Now, you usually paint these 3D paintings. Today, you want something different. What did you do?
Yeah, I did a performance painting, an upside-down painting, a speed painting, a Stan Musial, knocked it out in like 7-8 minutes, something like that. So it's something that, it's my New Year's resolution for 2018 is to get more into performance painting and, you know, one more thing that I can use to help charities like Cardinals Care.
Well, it was really cool, especially to see all the people while they were watching you talk. And then while you were watching you paint, and all of a sudden you could see it, oh, it's upside down. And then you could hear them start to guess who it was. Was that kind of cool for you, or did you even notice that you were so focused in the painting?
I did pick up on it somewhat, you know, and this is so much, I'm so influenced by David Garibaldi, a big-time live performance artist, and I saw him do it on America's Got Talent, and I thought it was amazing. And this was years ago before I was even an artist. And then as my art career has developed, I thought this is something that I want to do as a way to reach more people and to help more people and to raise more funds.
Well, you did. You made a lot of money for the Cardinals Care here at Winter Warm-Up. Your painting went for a little over $2,000, I think, which is amazing.
Not bad for 8 minutes work.
Not bad for 8 minutes work at all. But if somebody's out there and they're like, I missed it, or I want to know more about his work, how can they find out about you?
I would recommend check me out on Instagram at Stephen Walden. Go to my website, stephenwalden.com. You'll see a lot of my more 3D art. I'm going to be putting more media out there so you can actually see me doing performance art. But this is my first time. I just taught myself how to do this over Christmas break. So hopefully could just go up from here.
Which is amazing, because when we watched you do it, you would have no idea you just taught yourself how to do it. It looked like you've been doing it forever, so that's amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Stephen Walden, check him out. You're watching STL TV.
The auctioneer was simply amazing as Cards fans bid on some great team artifacts.
I see some future Hall of Famers on here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, there's over 60, 6-0. So I guarantee that will be one of the highlights of your collection. I can see it's got the hologram down here. It's as authentic as it possibly gets, ladies and gentlemen. Again, another extraordinary buying opportunity for you, and we're here for the kids. That's all I want you to do is bid with your heart, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you know how I like to do it. You tell me, who's going to start me out $100 a go? There it is. I'm going to do work, do it by do work, do it by do work, do it by do. I got $100 made. I'm going to do now, do work, do it by do work, do it by do. Bless your heart, young man. I'm going to 300 to go. There's the 300 bid. I'm going to board it. I'm going to board it, board it, board it, board it, board it, board it, board. I got Betty 3. Now 4 ought to be aware. I got a 3. Now 4. My 4. There it is. I'm going to buy. We're bombing it in my buy. There's a 500. How about a 600, young man? I got 600 right here. I'm going to 700 and go. I got a 700 bid. How about a 8? No wait. Where's 8? Where's 8? Where's 8? I got 800 way back here. How about a 9? We're 9, but by 9. There's a 9. How about $1,000 time? How about 11 to go?
Who are you waiting to meet today?
Right now I'm waiting to meet Voight.
All right. Now, his line is pretty long. Why do you think he's so popular today?
I don't know. He's really good, and he's a St. Louis native, so.
Do you think that's pretty cool, seeing a guy like who grew up here actually become a Cardinal? You think that's pretty cool?
Yeah, definitely. No. We went to his game when he hit a home run, didn't we? Yeah, we were at one of his games when he hit his first home run, so that was pretty awesome too.
Awesome to have a hometown guy hit a home run for the hometown team. You have a very short time when you're up there. What are you going to say to him?
I'm really excited to watch you play this next season. It was awesome to watch you play last season and see your first home run. So.
Love it. Give me a Go Cards.
Go Cards. Woo.
Angela and I have snuck into the interview room. Hopefully nobody sees us. This is where all the players are coming after they sign their autographs. They come in here and talk to the press.
Actually, I really like it from this vantage point because you get to look out and see all these cameras and all these people looking at you. I think they're going to know we're in here, but that's
I feel
okay.
like a caged animal.
I like this from this vantage point, but you have to kind of think from the player's point of view. We all line up and ask them a bunch of questions, and they're here just fending for themselves.
They're just here holding court.
Yeah, I'm basically holding court.
Oh wait, here's a car. Let's get out of here. Hometown boy Luke Voigt grew up in Wildwood, Missouri, and played high school baseball at Lafayette High School and college for Missouri State. He's excited to try to make this team at the major league level.
But I don't know, just go down there day by day, get better at my defense, learn more about the game, insides and outs, mentally, physically, watch more video, and just try to get better with my at-bats and get my timing down. And when I'm given the chance to start, and I'll get plenty of bats in spring training, just to go out there with a bang, and that's what I've been preparing myself this offseason to do, and just do what I can, and make me want to keep on the team. Working on like the mental side and the video side, because when I first got called up, it was like I just made a big splash, and then baseball kicked in, and you go in a slump, and I was getting down on myself, and I was taking it out of my bats, and I wasn't having the best of bats, and it's something you just got to stay positive with, and even if you do strike out or ground out or whatever, or don't get the job done, just to kind of take the any positive you can out of that bat. I've been working on outfield, and then of course we signed Ozuna, so it's like, oh, there you go. But no, I guess like last year I was the emergency catcher too, so if Yachty and Carson get hurt, then I'll be catching just like the college days. But that's what can decide for them to make me the 25th guy if they need that, and I'm trying to make outfield a spot for a day that Dexter or Ozuna or whatever needs a day off. So just honestly do what I can.
I was looking forward to most for the 2018 season here at St. Louis.
I can't wait because I've never been to an opening day, so that's something that's hopefully I get to be a part of this year. But I don't know. We got a good team this year, and I'm excited. And I think we can do a lot of damage this year and get back in the playoffs, and hopefully bring a World Series back to St. Louis. And that's what everyone wants.
I have to be quiet. We got Ben. Write for the Post-Dispatch. What do you think of Winter Warm-Up? How does this help you get ready to write for the upcoming season?
Oh, it's so much fun. This is our first chance of 2018 to pick the brains of the players and the management. It's pretty awesome.
What have you noticed so far during Winter Warm-Up? What are you feeling?
Well, first off, I noticed that John Brebbia is beardless. I don't know if you saw him.
Yes.
He had a beard that looked like it would make Santa Claus jealous, and he came in fresh face. I didn't even recognize him. I was like, oh, is this a new reporter? No, it's pitcher John Brebbia.
You got to love that. Fred Bird is here joining our interview. You can't have Winter Warm-Up without Fred Bird, right?
No question. He is the epitome of Cardinals fans. Honestly, I think he's the best mascot in all of St. Louis.
Wow, I'm going to tell Louie you said that.
Best mascot tied with Louie in St. Louis.
There we go. I like that a little bit better. What do you honestly feel for this upcoming season? We don't know a whole lot. They got a couple new pieces pitching. What do you think?
I'm pretty excited about the Cardinals' offense this year. There's a lot of question marks with the pitching staff and the bullpen. Will Luke Gregerson be the closer, or will Alex Reyes take over in May? A lot of questions with pitching, but Ozuna enhances this lineup so much, and I'm excited for the fans who will get to see Ozuna during this weekend.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that when I was out there talking to the fans, that's who they want to meet. Have you met him yet?
I haven't. I'm really excited. I follow him on social media, and I've talked to some reporters from Miami who say he's gregarious and fun, and we know that Carlos Martinez loves him, so I can't wait to have him in our lives.
If Carlos loves him, that's going to be a lot of trouble.
I've seen a photo of the two of them wearing these ridiculous Tommy Bahama shirts. They look like shuffleboard players, but in a fun way. I can't wait to see the two of them together.
That is great. Okay, I'm going to let you go back to work.
Longtime broadcaster Tim McCarver played for the 1967 World Series champion Cardinals, and alongside Dan McLaughlin have really teamed up for a great Cardinal broadcasting crew.
I think the St. Louis Cardinals roster is ready for someone to smash onto the scene like last year when Tommy Pham did that. I mean, who could have thought that Tommy Pham would have had a year like he had last year, making the minimum, and he hasn't signed a contract now. And I know the Cardinals want to be fair with him, and it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. But I am so happy for a guy who has been as dedicated as he has.
And by all accounts, John Mozeliak and Mike Matheny had talked about Tommy Pham for once going into spring training not having to necessarily fight to make the roster, but to be the everyday center fielder with the addition of a Marcell Ozuna and Dexter Fowler coming back. You think about that trio, Tim, and we talked about it a lot during the games. Cardinals were at times missing that thump in the middle of the lineup, maybe that marquee guy. Well, they got it in Ozuna. What did you think when they made the acquisition to get Marcell Ozuna?
Oh my gosh, I mean, we used to marvel going into Atlanta or when the Miami Marlins came up to St. Louis, marvel at not only Stanton and obviously his remarkable talent, but the guy who rarely got credit because of Giancarlo was Marcell Ozuna. And not only, and Cardinal fans will get used to this, but not only is he a great offensive outfielder, but his defense is beyond reproach. I mean, his defense is superb.
Team Fredbird was in the house getting ready for another season of in-game giveaways and promotions.
Party rock! Yeah. Woo! Let's go. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just...
Couple of the members of Team Fredbird here. All right, what does Team Fredbird do if somebody is just living in a cave and doesn't know?
Well, if you're not familiar with Team Fredbird, we're at all the Cardinals home games, and we shoot t-shirts out to the fans, and we keep track of Fredbird because he gets lost a lot.
I bet he does. What is the best part for you?
The best part to me is the adrenaline rush when you're stepping onto the dugout and you watch the fans just go crazy and stand up and shout for you.
Now, this is kind of almost like the pre-kickoff to baseball season. What have you guys been doing today?
We've really just been welcoming baseball fans, back to St. Louis if they're out of town with family, and we're really welcoming back all the players and all the new players, and kind of just like a big reunion of Cardinals fans together, and it's awesome.
I love that. What should people look for this upcoming season from you guys?
This upcoming season, you'll see us still doing the same thing, shooting tees, enjoying the crowd, giving little kids hugs, just following Fred as always, and yeah, you'll see us out there this season.
And what a day at the 2018 St. Louis Cardinals Winter Warm-Up at the Downtown Hyatt. Angela, it was a great time. I know one of the things that impressed me most today was the Cardinals artist who is actually your buddy.
That's right. Stephen Walden was here. He did a performance piece where he actually painted the photo upside down. It ended up being Stan Musial that they auctioned off for Cardinals Care. It was really cool to see that live.
That was fun. It was fun watching Carlos Martinez signing autographs. Great to see just the personality that this guy has. Tim McCarver was here. Dan McLaughlin doing a little bit on the main stage, getting roughed up a little bit by Fredbird. That was a lot of fun. And pretending to be broadcasters over the TV table. Now, that was an experience.
Hey, Todd, I think we are broadcasters.
We are?
I think so.
Well, one of the things I thought was pretty cool today also was your interview with St. Louis Post-Dispatch sports columnist Ben Hochman.
I don't want the media's first chance to meet them, kind of feel out their personality, see what that's going to be like. And plus, guys who work for the Post-Dispatch, they're there every day, so they get to see what's going on. They have an opinion on this team, and they have some questions, too.
And hometown boy Luke Voigt from Wildwood, Missouri, goes to Missouri State, comes back, makes the roster as a Cardinal at some point last season. He's competing for a job. He doesn't want to go to Memphis, so he's in the mix, having a lot of fun. Any final thoughts?
I mean, he's serious about it. I mean, he's even bought a house here in St. Louis, so he's planning on that 25-man roster. And from speaking to a lot of the fans, they want to see him here. Everybody likes that feel-good story. Hometown kid plays for the big leagues.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for watching this special edition of Inside Sports on STL TV. For Angela Sharp, I'm Todd Blackstock. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Go Cards!
Go Cards!